Lincoln Railer football on WLCN 96.3 FM and streaming live at WLCNonline.com is brought to you by Grau Incorporated, Fifth Street Food Mart, Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois, The Carpet House, Rick Ham State Farm Insurance, Lincoln IGA, Town & Country Bank, Eaton Corporation, Lincoln College, Lincoln Heating and Cooling, Lincoln Printers, Friendship Manor, Bright Ideas Screen Printing and Embroidery, Corey Leonard Shelter Insurance, Mama's Arcade Cafe, Collision Concepts, Headline Salon LLC, AG Farms and Trucking, Lincoln Public Library, Seth Goodman at Me Realty, Memorial Sports Care at Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, Chicago Street Rentals on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln, Anytime Fitness, Family Custom Cleaners Tanning, Laundromat, and U-Haul, and Stufferia Pizza.
Okay, we're ready for kickoff. It's going to be Ryan Ruchke kicking it off for the Rail Splitters for the Springfield Senators. Back deep, they've got Rakeem Hawkins along with Tony Williams Jr. So it'll be Ryan Ruchke kicking it off to the Rail Splitters from his own 40-yard line as we get things underway for the Lincoln-Springfield football game. Here's the kick by Ruchke, and he kicks it along the sidelines, and it's going to be down. It looks like a Railer may have got to it. One of the Railers dove in there and got the football. A smart play by one of the Rail Splitters. A snub kick by Ruchke down to the 35. And did you pick up who that was?
I saw Nathan Putnight, number 11, come up popping, but whoever picked up that ball is buried under a sea of white jerseys on the visitors' sidelines. But momentum, Railers, at least for the first play of the game.
Well, I think the Springfield Senators were just frozen. They thought that ball was going to roll out of bounds. It was just a little pooch kick, like I said, down to the 25-yard line, where we think Putnight was the guy that dove on it. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Rail Splitters at the Springfield 25-yard line.
Good field position to start, and if you're going to have a game plan that is run heavy, it's nice to have a short field to try it out.
Sage Conrady, the big center for the Railers, up over the football. Railers going to run it out of the shotgun. They've got two receivers to the right side. They hand it off to Yount in the backfield. Big number 12 rolls to the right side, and he's tripped up in the backfield. 3-yard loss. The tackle for Springfield was made by big number 59, Mason Fitch. 6'2", 175-pounder, the middle linebacker, was able to get through the Lincoln offensive line.
I don't know if that was a designed run to go to the edge or the hole in the middle closed, but Yount couldn't get outside fast enough. The linebackers coming up and making the play, stopping him for loss about 2.
Fitch saw a hole in that line, and he was able to get through. They spot the football at the near side hash mark. Isles out of the shotgun. Big Conrad, he snaps it. They hand off to Yount again. He tries to go off left tackle. He gets a little momentum, may have picked up a couple yards, but not back to the original line of scrimmage.
That's another play where the hole closed before he could get there. This is what Coach Bass stressed. If you can't control the line of scrimmage, it's going to be a long night for the Railers.
So it's going to be 3rd down for the Rail Splitters. We cut out again. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with this thing, Paula. We're going to keep trying.
You're on.
Okay, here we go. Isles 3rd down out of the shotgun. Fakes the handoff to Yount. Rolls left. Throws it along the sideline. Incomplete, out of bounds. Intended receiver was Nathan Putnight. So it'll be 4th down for the Rail Splitters. We apologize for our phone cutting out here, but we keep trying.
That's what makes it interesting to always broadcast these games. It's a thrill a minute.
Man, I don't know what we can do.
I've got a mic cord. Let me go because I've got something that'll work.
Okay. All right, thanks. Okay, we're going. Isles rolls to his left, throws it up ahead, complete, but it's going to be short of a 1st down. Nice pass there by Isles, and the receiver for Lincoln was number 25. That was O'Rear. Tyler O'Rear made the reception, and Lincoln was able to get the ball down to the Springfield 18-yard line, just about a yard short of a first down. So now Springfield's going to take over. Senators with the football, first time, 1st and 10. And their quarterback is Jackson Shear. They've got a man in motion. They hand it off, and the Lincoln has good pressure in the backfield, and a tackle for Lincoln made by number 10, Quinton Bone. The running back was Derek Flank, so good defense by the Lincoln Rail Splitters. So it'll be 2nd down for the Springfield Senators. 9-yard loss for the Senators, back to the 10-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and 19 for the Senators. Shearer, the quarterback for the Senators, up under center. He's got the snap, hands off, and that is number 3, and he's tackled at the 20-yard line. A couple of guys there for Lincoln, number 51 and number 21 for the Rail Splitters. That was Braden Tanner and Alex Linares in on the tackle for the Rail Splitters.
WLCN.
3rd and 8 for the Senators as they come to the line of scrimmage. Shearer, the quarterback, brings them up on the near side hash mark. Railer defense has held so far. 3rd and 8. They got a man in motion. Hand off. Rail Splitter defense holds right at the line of scrimmage. A lot of Railers there in on the tackle. 44, 51, 76. Let's pick them out. On the tackle for the Rail Splitters, the big guy was in there, Seth Gleason. Excuse me, so it's going to be 4th down for the Senators. They're going to have to punt it away. Matt Severino, the punter for Springfield, and he kicks it away, and back is Isles, and he's just going to let it roll dead, and Springfield's going to down it at the 45-yard line. One of the Railers dove in there, but it's down at the 45, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rail Splitters at their own 45-yard line. 8:47 on the first quarter clock, no score. Railers have held the advantage. They had great field position on the original kickoff at the Springfield 25-yard line.
WLCN.
1st and 10 Railers. They hand off to Yount, and Yount gets loss of a yard. He got back to the 44-yard line. They had the ball on the far side hash mark. He ran along the sideline in front of the Lincoln bench, but he was stopped a yard short of the original line of scrimmage. Second and 11 for the Rail Splitters at their own 44-yard line. Isles out of the shotgun. Hands off to Jan again, and this time he gets back to the 45, and now there may have been a fumble, and it looks like Springfield has picked it up. Fumble at the 45, and I believe Springfield picked the football up. Springfield player tackled at the 35-yard line, so the Lincoln defense will have to take the field now. Springfield, after the fumble recovery, will have 1st and 10 at the Lincoln 35-yard line. Shearer, the quarterback, he's 6'2", 180-pounder. Man in motion, hand off to their fullback. No, he keeps it. He held on to it. Now there's a penalty on the play. Shears ran out of bounds at the 20. Guys there for Lincoln, number 21 for the Rail Splitters. That's Alex Linares for Lincoln. Also 51 there for the Rail Splitters was Braden Tanner. Penalty on the play against Springfield, so the officials are going to move the ball back to the 40-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 5 for the Senators as Shearer brings them up to the line of scrimmage. He's got 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Shearer up under center. He's got the snap, hands off, and the running back's got a first down. He's finally taken down at the 11-yard line. On the run for Springfield, that was Rakeem Hawkins. Hawkins stopped. They're going to spot it at the 22-yard line. 1st and 10 now for the Senators. They're going to split 1 wide receiver to the right. They got 1 man on the slot, 1 to the left. This time Shearer, now he's going to come up under center. Looked like he was going to run the shotgun. And now he looks along this line of scrimmage. Officials whistle. And now they're going to say illegal procedure against the Senators. So that's going to march the ball back. It was going to be 1st and 10 for the Senators at the Lincoln 22-yard line. And now they'll move it back to the 27. So it'll be 1st and 15. Senators in the purple and gray. Go ahead, Ben.
No, the momentum that Springfield had after that turnover being pushed back, because of their own accord. Here's it done. Here, let me try some, because this will hook up into my phone.
Okay.
Come on, somebody help him.
Nice tackle by the Railers as they stop that play for another loss for the Springfield Senators. All right, Paula, we're going to try something different.
We don't have a cord to go from here to here, do we?
Yeah, we might.
We have a...
Yeah, check in here. Ball 2nd and 15 now for the Senators. Shearer gets the snap, pitches in the backfield. Running back for the Senators, running behind his blocking, and he's spun around and finally taken down at about the 10-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd down for the Senators, and for the Senators, that was Tony Williams Jr.
Tony Williams Jr. is one of the leading rushers in the Central State 8. He will certainly be one of the focal points of the Senator offense, and this makes him focal point of the Railer defense. We done here? Then here, just drop that.
Okay.
What's the number?
648-5510. We're going to hook something else up. I don't know why this old phone just keeps cutting out, but Ben's got a deal he's going to hook up. And we're going to try and run a microphone. Okay. All right. Paul. That was Paul.
Honest to God, I had my whole set to my show in the other car. Hey, we're here.
All right, Senators down 1st and goal. It'll be 2nd and 3 for the Senators. Pardon me, 2nd and goal for the Senators at 3. 5:30 left on the clock. Senators have been on the march since they got that fumble at around the 35-yard line. Shearer's got the snap, looks in the end zone, and complete for the touchdown. And in for the touchdown, number 27, Nolan Beckman for the Senators. The Senators take a 6-0 lead with 5:21 remaining in the first quarter. We apologize for the difficulties we've had, but I think we're going to make it now, man.
If it wasn't for bad luck, sometimes you'd have no luck at all when we broadcast these games.
Yeah, this is my 40th year of doing this, and sometimes these kind of nights happen, but you guys got to prevail. Here's the extra point attempt. It's going to be by Servino. He wears the number 14. Here's the kick. It looks high enough, long enough, and it's good through the uprights. And the Senators lead it 7-0. And while I got a chance, since I couldn't say hi to my granddaughter Lilia, hi Lilia, how are you doing? We'll be back after these. Back for the Rail Splitters, Linares and Hood Knight. just about ready to go? Okay. Servino kicked the extra point, and now he's going to kick it away for the Senators. He doesn't like something about the ball, and he's talking to the sidelines. Back to receive for the Railers. To the left, it will be Alex Linares, and to the right will be Nathan Footnight. He was just calling for time.
Yeah, it looked like they didn't have enough kids out there, not enough of these purple jerseys, so waited for somebody to come back on. Now they've got 12. Now they'll put foot to ball and give the Railers a chance to respond to that touchdown.
Now Servino will kick it away soccer style from his own 40-yard line. As I told you back are Linares and Footnight. Here's the boot. Long kick. Linares at the 50s. Pardon me, the 5 to the 10 to the 15 to the 20, 25 dives across to the 26-yard line. Nice run by Linares.
That's the 4th or 5th time I've seen a tackle go a little high. Seen, if not a face mask, then the helmet get turned. That's something that I think the referees are going to be watching as this game goes on for the Springfield Senators.
You're right, Ben. For safety's sake, we got to protect the athletes. They're coming in there low like that with that helmet. We have to protect these young men. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Railers at their own 26-yard line.
I was over on the Lincoln side of the field when the ball came out, the fumble, and you heard a chorus from the coaches and the players. He was down, he was down, he was down. They may always say that, but there's a little bit of hoping the extra cheering will change the referee's mind.
Well, let's hope the Rail Splitters get the momentum back right here. And they're going to hike it to Yount. Yount's going to throw it out in the flat to Isles, who throws it up ahead. He's got a man wide open, and he caught it, but he tripped. He had the whole field in him, but a big first down for the Railers. I think that is Footnight. Yeah, down to the Springfield 45-yard line.
And it was designed swing out. This is the great part about having two backs, Isles and Yount, who both can throw, both can run. Footnight could have had a touchdown, but he just tripped over his own feet. Had to spin around to catch the ball on his back hip, and he just couldn't get his balance back to go down towards the end zone.
Very exciting play called by Seth Bass, and the Lincoln Rail Splitters executed it perfectly. Here comes Yount. He gets back up to the line of scrimmage. He's the fullback for the Railers. He got the handoff from Isles, got back to the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 2nd and 10 for Lincoln.
This is the game plan that Coach Bass laid out, said we're going to run it. We're going to run it up the middle. We're going to test this line, because when you look at the Springfield Senators, they're not oversized. They're not like some of the bigger teams that you see. Physically, this Railer team matches up well.
That's what he said on the radio this morning, and I was glad to hear that they match up physically.
Yeah, this is the toughest football conference in the state. You can't say it enough. And so, when Lincoln gets a match on the field, it's important to take advantage of it.
Hand off Yount back up the middle, and this time he picks up about 3 yards down to the Springfield 42-yard line. So now it's going to be 7 yards to go for a first down for the Rail Splitters.
3rd down, 7. This is, again, when you're looking at a run-heavy playbook, it's going to be tough to pick up 7 in one chunk. But at this point, I don't know if you don't just say this is 4-down territory, particularly with this kind of momentum.
Ben Yount saved the game tonight. He's the MVP because he had some equipment we could use. Our regular equipment didn't work. Isles out of the shotgun, 3rd and 7. He's got the snap. He's going to keep it himself. He's up to the 40-yard line, and a 3-yard pickup there for Isles. So now it's going to be 4th and call it 4 for the Railers. So they got to get up down to about the 36-yard line.
That's a long 4, maybe a short 5. But yeah, this is one of these situations. This point in the game, trailing, but doing rather well. You punt it away, it's going to come right back at the 20. I mean, I take the chance, gamble it, roll the dice. I think that this is as aggressive as I've seen play calling from Lincoln in the 3 years that I've been hanging around.
You're right, Ben. They're in 4th down territory. They're going to go for it. Tanner just checked in on the offensive line, and now Lincoln wants a timeout. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Isles out of the shotgun, pitches it back to Yount, and he may have got a yard out of that, Ben.
Yeah, that was a play that I think they wanted to see a different alignment on, and we just don't have the speed to exploit the edge like that. And the Railers have to do a better job of controlling the middle and controlling the line of scrimmage if this ground attack is going to work against the Springfield high defense.
So the Senators take over on downs. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Senators at their own 38 8-yard line. Shear, the quarterback. In the backfield, he's got Tony Williams Jr. along with Rakeem Hawkins. Now, Hawkins is going to check out, and they're going to send a new guy in. Must be something wrong with Hawkins' equipment.
It looked like an equipment violation. Maybe he didn't have his mouth guard in. And new rule, you're out for at least a play. And they want to see it, too. No clear, no white in the mouths in high school in Illinois this year.
And unfortunately for Lincoln, that's a 5-yard penalty, too, so it's going to be 1st and 15 for the Senators.
Pushing them back. This defense has played pretty well. If they could get a break and be off the field, I think that they'd be a little bit more rested and ready to battle.
The flanker is number 1, Derek Jones for the Senators. Shear out of the shotgun, and he hands a nice play. The Railers able to stop the run. The quarterback kept it, and he was knocked down by Braden Tanner at the 35-yard line.
Big Ben Steiner had him, put his hands around, couldn't bring him down. That's a read option play. You see that on Saturdays in college games, seeing it here on a high school field from Springfield High. And this team wants to be an option team. They just haven't had enough experience doing it. So it's going to be interesting to see how Springfield High runs the ball.
So it's going to be 2nd and 13 for the Senators at their own 36-yard line. They lead at 7-0, 2:14 left first quarter. Shear out of the shotgun, hands off to the man in motion, and he comes around to the 40 and tiptoes along the sideline, still on his feet, finally knocked out of bounds, and save there for Lincoln. Looked like, was that number 38 or
it was Zach Monkamp who came all the way over from the backer and pushed it out. But yeah, that was an issue where they had the edge, they had the convoy, and a couple of Lincoln players thought that it stepped out of bounds, gave up, just tiptoed down the sidelines and added another 10 yards to that play.
That was Rakeem Hawkins, and I believe they did say he stepped out of bounds. They moved the ball back there to the 42-yard line. So Shear going to operate out of the shotgun. High snap, hands off, good tackle by the Railers. They got to get him down. They stopped him momentarily. The first guy there was number 76 for the Rail Splitters. That was Seth Gleason. He slowed him down, and then the rest of the gang got there.
Well, Braden Tanner was in on that tackle as well. And Scott Lesson came flying in from the outside linebacker. No arm tackles tonight. That's good for this team. They've had that as a problem. You're gonna have to gang tackle these big backs for Springfield.
And that's what you said in the pregame, Ben. They were gonna work on their tackling tonight, and they have it. 2nd and 9 for the Senators. At the Lincoln 41-yard line. Shear going to operate on that shotgun. He's got one rush. Williams Jr., one of the Railers back there, couldn't bring him down. There's a couple more Lincoln guys there. They still can't bring him down. And they finally bulldog him out of bounds. That was Tanner over there again. 1, 2, 3 Lincoln Railers had a shot at him, couldn't get him out. Just a little bit short of the first down before Tanner took him out of bounds.
Trent Whittam had hands around him in 3 yards deep in the backfield, but couldn't close the tackle, couldn't pull his body in on the runner, couldn't bring him down, and what could have been a 3-yard loss ended up being a 5-6-yard gain.
That was Tony Williams Jr., the fullback. He just kept his legs moving, so it's 3rd and a deuce for the Senators. Shear's going to come up under center this time, out of a wing formation. Hand off. They've got the first down and more. Still on the run along the sideline, and we'll check and see who that was for the Springfield Senators. Looked like maybe Vincent Hill along the sideline pick up the big yardage for the first down.
That was another case of arm tackling, and you're not going to be able to reach and grab jersey and bring down these running backs from Springfield High. Lincoln learning that the hard way tonight.
Shear, this time he wants to pass, throws it up the middle. He's got his man, and he's going to go in for a touchdown. We'll try and pick up who that is. That's Rakeem Hawkins, Jeff.
That's the second pass for Springfield High, only the second pass that I've seen them throw, but unfortunately both passes are for touchdowns, and when you've got that kind of a completion percentage, you're going to keep going to that play.
Yeah, they had Hawkins wide open. There wasn't any Railers around him at all. He took it all the way in from the 19-yard line for the touchdown. And that'll be Matt Servino to attempt the extra point. 1:01 left in the first quarter. Senators lead at 13-0, and here's the boot by Servino. It's high and it's long and it's off the mark. So the point after touchdown, no good. So the Senators lead at 13-0. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
You can get
Servino going to kick off for the Senators. Off there, Ben and I talking about equipment. He says we can get a $30 phone that'll work and a microphone. So far it's working tonight. It is Linares and Pudnight back to the Railers. Here's the kick by Servino. And Pudnight's got it at the 2, up to the 5, to the 10, Pudnight. At the 15, looks for some blocking, tries to cut up field, he's tackled around the 17-yard line.
Alex Linares laid a huge hit on a Springfield High defender, but unfortunately Nathan Pudnight couldn't go through the hole. Somebody grabbed his jersey just before he was going to explode, but it lifted him up off his legs, put him back. He was, wow, that was a hit.
Yount, Linares stayed out there for a while. He wanted to stay, but he's running off the field. He plays defense. Vic Conradi out there for the Rail Splitters. 91 for the Lincoln Rail Splitters out there. That is Keegan Houghton. And he's going to split it here to the near side.
One of the bigger wide receivers in the conference. He's out there to block, as I've been told. Catching, maybe not so much. Blocking, certainly.
We've got a man in the slot out there, Ben, on the right side. That's Pudnight. Now he goes in motion. Isles going to roll to his left. He's a left-hander. He's got time. He's going to keep the football and run it out of bounds. So he picked up about 5 yards there.
That was a good decision looking downfield. Springfield High had everybody covered, and he went to his strong side, kept it, didn't lose yards, didn't throw it away, didn't throw an interception. Lemons and lemonade.
Heady play, as you said. We're in the red. 46.2 seconds left in the first quarter. Springfield missed the extra point on that last touchdown, so they lead at 13-0. To the near side, this looks like Pudnight. Yount, the lone running back. Isles out of the shotgun. They hand off Yount. Up the middle, they're pushing him up the middle, and he gets up to the 25, and they're still standing up. The officials haven't blown the... Yount's still pulling ahead. They haven't blown the play dead. They pushed him back to the 25, and then he muscled back up to about the 28.
That was a really slow whistle. That play was done the moment it stopped. And it's those kinds of plays where somebody either gets hurt or there's a fumble. They're giving him a first down for that, so the little extra time ended up helping the Rail Splitters.
Here comes Andrew Yount again. That time he got to the 29, as his father said, for a first down, and now he's up across the 30 to the 31-yard line.
They tried to quick snap that, maybe catch this Springfield High defense a little bit off balance. They weren't expecting it. We don't run a lot of no huddle. Try and use whatever advantage you can, but we knew coming into this game it was going to be a lot of runs, a lot of up the middle, a lot of Garrett Isles, a lot of Andrew Yount, and it's what we saw in the first quarter.
So the Railers have the momentum as we end the first quarter with the score. Springfield Senators 13, Lincoln 0. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Memorial Stadium, the Railers taking on the Springfield Senators tonight. It's been an exciting game. Unfortunately, the Senators have jumped off to an early lead, 13-0, but it's Lincoln Railer football, and it's going to be 2nd and 8 at their own 31-yard line.
Lincoln has had fits and starts of really, really good play. They've had some momentum. A fumble that led to a Springfield High touchdown. Springfield High has been scoring mainly on big plays. Here we go again. Yount looked like he was going to throw. Now, no, that's not going anywhere. He's going to be sacked because it looked like a throw. Probably lose 6-7 yards. It looked like they were going to go back to that play, Bobby, where Andrew would take the ball, throw it to Garrett Isles. Isles then could look to throw downfield. It got blown up before anybody could move.
It was a trick play indeed. They also had Pudnight in the backfield. He went in motion to the right side, and as Ben said, the snap went to Yount, trying to surprise Springfield, but they didn't have any of it.
A little bit of a wildcat offense type of look to it. Unfortunately, Tim Tebow, he is not. And I know his dad, so I can say stuff like that.
All right, so it's going to be 3rd and 11 for the Rail Splitters. Isles out of the shotgun for the Railers. Conradi on the snap, and they blow it dead. And timeout Lincoln. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Railers out of the timeout, come to the line of scrimmage with their near side hash mark. Don't forget to stay tuned for the best classic rock known to men and women after tonight's game with Jeff number 2 in the classic rock experience. Here come the Railers, 3rd and 11. Isles out of the shotgun, rolls to his left, along the sideline. Pudnight's got it at the 50. Pudnight at the 45, taken down at the 44. That ball was tipped, and Pudnight showed an unbelievable concentration to catch it.
Isles rolled out. Pudnight actually covered. Springfield High got the play right. Cornerback jumps up, gets a piece. Pudnight able to just pause just long enough. Ball comes right to him. First down, Railers.
Unbelievable. Remember that classic rock experience right here on 96.3 FM. Jeff number 2 will be rocking you until midnight. But the classic rock continues until the 4 a.m. Then it's today's best country from 4 a.m. to 6 p.m. Country by day and classic rock by night. The best of both worlds with WLCN 96.3 FM. Raylers looking to the sideline to get the play. That was Put Night that went into the huddle. And now it's going to be Put Night and Yount in the backfield. Put Night wears the number 11. He's in the shotgun. Now I'm Put Night in motion. That's Isles with the football. Isles going to keep it, and he's still on his feet. He gets up almost to the 40-yard line. Nearly a 3-yard run there by Isles.
Lincoln being the beneficiary now of some lazy arm tackling. You see a lot of Senators reaching and grabbing, not moving their feet, not moving their bodies. But yeah, Isles is a dual threat quarterback, can run just as well as he can pass. And when you put Yount in the backfield, he can run and pass backup quarterback as well. It does give this Railer offense another option, another way to possibly even just confuse Springfield.
Isles, a 3-sport athlete. He's a smart kid out there on the field. A left-handed senior quarterback for the Rail Splitters. Out of the shotgun. 2nd and 8. Hands off to Yount. He's tripped up. If he just would have had another half step, he would have been able to get off the left tackle.
It was a draw play, and Springfield High came up the middle. He sidestepped to the left, but one of the Springfield High defenders just getting enough of his foot, and he slipped more than was tackled and fell down, and Racebook was looking like a promising run.
Ball spotted at the Springfield 44-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 11 for the Rail Splitters. Conradi and the offensive line up to the line of scrimmage. Put Night flanked to the left side. Isles out of the shotgun. Put Night goes in motion. They hand off Yount. Yount up the middle. He tries to break off to the left side. May have picked up a yard.
He ran right into the teeth of this Springfield High defense. The Senators were waiting. Again, the key to running the football, it's not a difficult concept, but you have to control the line of scrimmage. And Lincoln has not been able to move the center of this Springfield High defense off the ball. And we see what's happening here. We're going to get a first punt of the game for the Raiders.
It'll be Scott Lesson on the long snap to Garrett Isles. Rail Splitter's going to punt it away. Senators not showing anybody deep. They may be thinking we're going to fake it. Isles rolls to his left, and now he boots it along the sideline, and it's going to go out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it. He's running down the football right now, but well, he's going to give us a good spot. All the way down to the 10-yard line. Now he's coming back to the 15. But that's a pretty good spot.
Yeah, and that's the benefit of that pooch punt is that you do tempt defenses to not put anybody back. It's tempting yourself to keep it and run. I think it was a good decision. We were a little too far for Garrett he would have to pick up almost 11 yards on that fake punt. But let the defense try and stop this Springfield High offense. They're going to start deep in their own territory.
8:37 left for the first half. The Senators lead at 13-0. Shearer, the quarterback for the Senators, out of the shotgun. He's got the snap. He's got time. He's got a man complete there at the 15 to the 20, 25, and finally ran out of bounds. That was Caleb Small.
It would look like it was a screen pass. He had a wall of blockers, and this is one of the difficult parts for Lincoln High's defense is that secondary linebackers, safeties, they're getting hit by offensive linemen, and it's just tough to shed that block when there's such a size and difference. And a big man running downhill delivers a lot of force. 1st and 10 for the Senators at their own 28-yard line. Long-time rivalry, the Senators and the Rail Splitters, goes all the way back to the Big 12. Shearer out of the shotgun. Rolls to his left. Throws out in the flat, incomplete. Had a man wide open.
and he just threw a wounded duck out there to Rakeem Hawkins, and he just died.
I think Braden Tanner sprinted through the line of scrimmage, got his hands up, got a piece of it, and had Tanner not gone through, that play had big play potential written all over it. Wide open, line of blockers ahead of him. That could have been trouble for Springfield or for Lincoln High. But Springfield's coming out throwing in this drive. They ran a lot first couple. We've seen 3 passes now.
You're right. It's now going to be 2nd and 10 for the Senators at their own 28-yard line. Shear now going to come up under center. He's got Small on the backfield with him. He hands off right side, but he's wrapped up. No. A handoff. No, he kept it. That was a fake handoff. Shear kept it, got the first down to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, he got a first down by a while, but he took a hit. Scott Lesson came up and just delivered. A big, tall, strong kid, Shear, and he got shoulder pads right to the solar plexus, but it showed some composure, holding on to the ball most importantly.
He pops right back into the huddle, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Senators at their own 40-yard line. Shear going to come up under center. He's got Small in the backfield with him. Jones in the slot. Hawkins in motion. He pitches it to Hawkins on the left side. Hawkins up to the 45-50, and then he's tripped up at the Lincoln 45-yard line. We'll try and pick up who made that tackle for Lincoln.
That looked like 55 Trent Whittam. 51 Braden Tanner came across from the weak side linebacker and made that. Yeah, that's a pitch and option play that I'm surprised Springfield High doesn't go to more, taking advantage of their speed on the edge and solid blocking up front. The one thing that I can say impresses me the most about this Springfield High School team, they're blocking very well up front.
Rakeem Hawkins with a nice run down to the Lincoln 44-yard line. 1st and 10. Shear up under center. He's got Small in the backfield with him. Hands off right side, and that looks like Small down to around the 40-yard line, where he's finally taken down.
Looked like Ben Steiner made the stop there, or no, Seth Gleason. Sorry, see Seth Gleason wrapping him up right at the point of contact. But you got to give it to these Springfield High runners, moving their feet, keeping their knees high, picking up 4 yards on what could have been a stop for no gain.
Seth Gleason, a senior, 6'1", 275-pounder, a defensive lineman for the Railers. Shear, 2nd and 6, the Senators. They pitch it in the backfield. That's Tony Williams Jr.
That's coming back.
And a penalty on the play, and as Ben Tonia is coming back, knocked out of bounds by Braden Tanner at the 30-yard line, but the play's coming back.
The wide receiver for Springfield High had a hold of, I think it's Tisdale, just grabbed him right in front of the referee. And when you see the jersey stretch and then you see the player move back, you know the yellow flag's coming, and that run is going straight back.
Yeah, and right in front of the official, so there it is.
Yeah, if you're going to hold, pro tip to the kids at home, if you're going to hold, don't do it right in front of the guy with a striped shirt. He's the one who makes those kinds of calls.
And they're going to march it back. And it's going to be spotted at the 41-yard line. I'll call it the 40.
Ball right on the 40 on the near hash.
In the backfield, Williams Jr., Shear under center, and he's going to roll out to his right, and he's going to throw it long up the middle and complete. That's 87 going to take it in for the touchdown. Number 87. That is Cameron Jones for the touchdown for Springfield, and that was a 40-yard pass play for the TD.
And just so close on so many levels for the Railers. They had a couple of men in Shear's face, but he was able to throw over. Alex Linares in coverage almost had he had to put his hands up towards the end of the play. He didn't want to get called for pass interference, and the receiver for Springfield High just concentration, watched the ball into his hands, caught what was sort of a wobbling pass for another touchdown.
He just accelerated underneath it. Shear laid it out there. Senator's going to go for the 2-point conversion here. They lead it 19-0. Shear out of the shotgun, hands off Hawkins in the backfield. He's not going to make it in. A couple of Railers there to take him down at the 5-yard line. Maybe a Railer hurt on the field. Now he's getting back up. But the Railers stopped the 2-point conversion, so at 6:49 left in the first half, it's Senators 19, Rail Splitters 0. We'll be back at 60. Matt Servino going to boot it away for the Senators. Back for Lincoln, Linares, and Goodnight. Here's the boot by Servino. Long kick. Linares at the 4, drops it, picks it up at the 5, now he's at the 10. Linares to the 15, looks for running room, slips one across the 20 to the 22-yard line. Goes Alex Linares. Little extracurricular activity, but no flags on the play.
Springfield feeling confident. They're in control of this game, and you can kind of, even from here, see some frustration on the faces of these Lincoln Railer players.
Join the Scott Kirby and Jake Johnson Cheap Seats live Saturday morning sports show featuring Joe Ryan at Whoopstock, the Humane Society of Logan County annual fundraiser on Saturday, September 19th from 9 to 10, and Big Daddy Jim from the Lincoln Country Morning Show Drive, and Jeff number 2 from the Classic Rock Experience, and Lisa, the Fix 96.3 prize girl, live from 10 to noon with lots of great prizes.
We got to say a very special thanks to Timbercrest Veterinary Service PC, located both at Lincoln and Atlanta, for the prizes, with which tonight the WLCHS varsity football cheerleaders have been handing out to the fans.
Flag on the play as the Railers run it from the line of scrimmage. We're going to have to see what happened after they unscrambled and they threw that flag.
Andrew Yount popped out with the ball. They're gonna mark it dead at the line of scrimmage. They're gonna get a legal formation.
The line of scrimmage is the 23-yard line. Officials talking to the captain. That's Tony Williams Jr. for the Springfield Senators.
It's sort of a weird stoppage there. The play went on and then it just fizzled, and we saw the flag. Now they're declining the penalty. Gonna go at it again here. Second down, 10, and almost like it didn't happen at all.
At the 23-yard line, 2nd and 10. Garrett Isles going to operate out of the shotgun. He's got Andrew Yount back there with him at fullback, the junior. Snap low, picked up by Isles. Now he's going to wing it up ahead, and a long one. Intended receiver was Cannon, but Isles aired it out, and nobody could get to it.
He had Titus Cannon open. It just threw too high. It's what happens when the snap comes in low. You get a little frazzled. Your mind starts racing. You don't take the time, set your feet, and hit your target.
So that's going to make it 3rd and 10 at the Lincoln 23-yard line. Lucky that didn't get picked off.
And Coach Seth Bass said before the game that he has a tremendous amount of respect for these cornerbacks here for the Springfield Senators, and he didn't want to have to throw into coverage because he was worried about what may happen.
Keegan Houghton splits wide to the right. It's Tyler O'Rear to the near side. In motion goes Isles, and the hike is to Yount, and he throws it out in the flat to Isles, and he's going to keep it and run along the sideline, dives up ahead for the first down marker, but he didn't make it. 8-yard pickup there by the Railers.
This is the second time we've seen that play where Yount takes the snap, throws it to Isles. Isles has the option to throw it himself, keep it, run it. He's working for Lincoln. It's one of the few plays that seems to be picking up big chunks of yards. Don't be surprised if we see a lot more of that coming up here these last few minutes of the first half and in the second half.
Well, they picked up 6 yards on that one. Ball spotted at the 29-yard line. Lincoln's going to have to punt it away. Springfield's got a couple of guys back. Derek Jones. And now Lincoln's going to fake the play. Isles runs along the sideline and he dives up, and I think he's got the first down.
He's going to be really close. He was looking for a face mask when he woke up. First down, Railers. Big punt pays off.
An extra effort by Isles. He dove up ahead, and the ball, and he got it up to, the ball was at the 29. He got it up to the 30-yard line on the first down.
That was a heady play from a senior, rolling out with that pooch punt. Saw that he had plenty of real estate and just tucked it under his arm, ran, and he didn't stretch. At the end, stretched it out, and that extra stretch picked up the 1 yard they needed to get the first down.
That was Meyer. It's the 35-yard line where it's 1st and 10 for the Railers. Near side hash mark. Isles out of the shotgun. Yount the lone running back. Now Isles going to roll to his right. Heavily pursued, and it's dropped for a loss. Number 44 with a great effort. That was Keller Countryman for the Senators with a great play to run down Isles.
He just beat his blocker off the first step and Countryman ran that play down from the back. It's very J.J. Watt-esque, quick first step right off. And Garrett Isles, I don't think Garrett saw him until he could feel the arms around him, but yeah. 2-yard loss. At one point, I thought it was going to be a lot worse than that.
So that'll make it 2nd and 12. Isles out of the shotgun at his own 33. Yount's back there with him. He's got 2 receivers to the left. He's going to roll left. Pitches outside to Yount. Yount looks for running room, and he gets back about to the line of scrimmage to the 28-yard line. He was heavily pursued by 2 or 3 Senators.
There were 4 red shirts in there. He got the ball, took a step, looked up, and there were a bunch of defenders and not very many friendly white jerseys out there blocking for him. And again, this gets back to the very simple principle of what football's all about. Control the line of scrimmage, and you can impose your will. Lincoln having trouble controlling the line of scrimmage.
Andrew Yount got back to the 29-yard line of the 3rd and 16 for the Rail Splitters. Footnight comes in from the sideline. Baker's going to check out now. Footnight's got the play. And here come the Railers to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 16, 4:25 left for the half. Springfield leads at 19-0. Man in motion. Isles pitches it outside. Along the sideline, no running room there. Springfield Senator defense tenacious. And the Railer that had the football was Footnight.
Nathan Footnight caught the ball, turned to turn the ball upfield, and 2 Senators met him, hit him, and it was not a gentle hit. They did not gently wrap their arms and take him to the ground. They slapped him, and it was pretty rough.
Railer's going to have to punt it away. That is Wendell Burns back for Springfield, along with Derek Jones. Here's the kick by Isles to Jones at the 45. He's at the 50 now, at the Lincoln 45. Up to the 40. Flag on the play. Jones dropped the ball, went back to pick it up. The Railers are there, but it's going to be a flag against the center.
Yeah, that's coming back, blocking the back, and it was, again, right in front of the official. Blatant. When you see the man fall forward and didn't trip on the field, you know it's going to happen. You can hear the Senator crowd even thinking, oh, as soon as I saw the flag come out.
And you can see the disappointment in the coaches too along the sideline, because Jonesy was getting a good run for him, and it just wasn't meant to be.
Jones had some real estate ahead, and was going to turn a short punt into a long return. Got to thank some of our Railer football sponsors. 2015 Mama's Arcade, great homemade breakfast and lunch meals, served 513 Pulaski Street in historic downtown Lincoln. Give them a call, 735-1443. Stuffed Array Pizza on the Logan Street curve there in Lincoln, open 7 days a week for carry-out, drive-through, fast, friendly delivery as well. You know their phone number already, 732-3100. That one's programmed into my phone, Bobby. I don't miss a chance to get to Stuffed Array.
That's my favorite. Here come the Senators. Big 15-yard penalty against the Senators. Shear going to operate out of the shotgun. He's under pressure. He's got it to Williams Jr., and he stays on his feet, and he's finally taken down just short of the 50-yard line. A gang tackle there by the Railers. A couple guys had a chance, couldn't get it done, and then he was just gang tackled. Tanner coming off the bottom.
Number 96, junior Zach Prather had him in the backfield, but again, it was an arm tackle. Got to wrap up, got to bring your man into your body, bring the body to the man, and what should have been a short gain, no gain, turned into a 9-yard gain.
Tony Williams Jr. to the midfield stripe. 2nd and 1 for the Senators. Shear out of the shotgun. Throws it out in the flat. He's got his man. To the Lincoln 45, to the 40, and he's finally tripped up. That was number 81, and that is Jeffrey Dent, the wide receiver for the Senators, and he gets a first down.
Alex Linares coming up out of the safety position to make that stop for Lincoln. Linares is the team's leading tackler. Not surprising, safeties for these Lincoln defenses often are the leading tacklers on the team. But yeah, that was wide open man with a lot of space in front of him to run.
Alex Linares, a good football player. Ball at the 38 of Lincoln, 1st and 10 for the Senators. Man in motion is Hawkins. Shear's got the snap. Looks along the right side. And incomplete. Wide open was Derek Jones, like a center fielder, and he just couldn't hang on to the football.
He was open by 20 yards. He was the only one that was there. Quentin Bone, supposed to be the man back in coverage, gave up on it about the 20, and he was wide open. The entire stadium just watched, and right through the hands. You got to watch that ball. Pro tip for the young kids: watch the ball into your hands. Don't think you got it, because sometimes you don't.
Because Shear made a perfect pass right in there.
Shear had all day, lobbed it up, big rainbow throw. I think I could have hit somebody that wide open.
Here come the Senators, 2nd and 10. This time Shear comes up under center. Hands off to his running back, and he dives up to the 35-yard line. That was Williams Jr. Tony Williams Jr. up to the 35-yard line before he was taken down. A 4-yard pickup.
Tony Williams Jr. has been having a very good game. Again, one of the leading rushers here in the Central State 8, but Shear's been throwing so well that they haven't needed Williams as much. This is the highlight that shows the difference between how Springfield High is controlling the line of scrimmage and Lincoln. Williams hit right at the line of scrimmage, falls forward for 5 yards.
So that's going to make it 3rd and 7 for the Senators. Small checks in for Williams. Shear's going to come up under center. He's got a man in motion, Hawkins, and the officials blow it dead.
Probably some movement on the line. Timeout.
Timeout, Springfield, and we'll be back in 60 seconds.
A couple of more sponsors we got to thank for Railer Football 2015. AG Farms and Trucking, now hiring licensed CDL drivers. Give them a call, 737-2560.
Shear back to pass. He's going to air it out long, and it's caught for a touchdown. Lincoln coverage all over the receiver, but he went up in the air and caught it for the touchdown, and that was Cameron Jones. Shear just threw that ball up in the air, and it was just a perfect pass, and Jonesy just got up and caught it.
It was a replay of the pass before where the receiver dropped it. This time, Bone back in coverage, doing what he's supposed to do, but the receiver just elevated up above him, caught it right over his head, and stepped into the end zone untouched.
Perfect pass by Shear, right on the money. So that's going to make it 25-0 in favor of the Senators. It looks like they're going to go for the 2-point conversion again. Shear's going to come up under center as they'll try the 2-point conversion. They got a man in motion. They hand it off to Hawkins off the left side, and he's in for the 2-point conversion, and that'll make it Senators 27, Rail Splitters 0 with a minute 37 left in the half. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Good night, back deep for Lincoln. Senators lead it 27-0, a minute 37 left in the first half. Big Springfield crowd here tonight, and a good showing by the Lincoln fans. Here's the kick by Servino. Going to come down to Linares at the 6. He's up to the 10 to the 15. Here he comes to the 20 to the 25. And he's finally brought down around the 27-28-yard line. Good run back there by Alex Linares.
Well, usually when we do these on Friday nights, we get to say don't miss the recap of tonight's game and everything that happened in Central State 8. When you join Scott Kirby and Jake Johnson for the Cheap Seats Live on Saturday mornings, it features Joe Ryan. But since tonight's Saturday night, just make a note next week. See the broadcast on Lincoln College TV, Comcast Channel 5 here in Lincoln, Mount Pulaski. The guys are going to be at Jake's Furnishings next Saturday. You know where that is, right there on Woodlawn here in Lincoln. It hasn't moved. Broadcast from 9 to 10 every Saturday over at Jake's. Don't miss the Cheap Seats. So they call it the Cheap Seats for a reason.
3 good personalities, don't miss it. Isles on the pass out in the flat. That's Pudnight. Pudnight picked up, let's say, about 3 yards. He's at the 30-yard line. Making a couple. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Railers.
The Railers trying to get as many offensive plays as they can. They don't have a lot of time. Minute 15 and counting down. They're so deep that they're going to have to try to throw to pick up to get anywhere near possibly even a field goal range.
Here we go out of the shotgun. Isles rolls to his left. The left-hander. Oh, O'Rear. That was Pudnight. Pudnight took the snap, and he was the guy that threw it to O'Rear.
Tyler O'Rear wide open, had room to run after the catch. It just bounced right off of his shoulder pads, the front plate of the shoulder pads, and skipped down the field. Yeah, the biggest potential play of the night. Hit him where should have caught it.
Pudnight a left-hander? Did he throw that left-hander?
I think that was Isles. I think the new numbers are so thin. The sort of University of Miami font. The 8 that is Garrett Isles, and the 11 is Nathan Pudnight. Look very similar.
I think it may be the cataracts on my eyes. Isles rolls out to the left. Up ahead. Oh, intended receiver was Pudnight.
He had Pudnight with room to run again after the catch, but it just a step ahead, and Lincoln throwing the ball. They didn't want to have to throw the ball. They did, and very quickly now we're looking at a fourth down. And the problem when you pass and you don't catch the ball is that the clock stops, and so now Springfield High going to get this ball back one more time here before the end of the first half.
Railers line it up. Here's the snap. Kicked away. Isles up ahead, and that is to Derek Jones. Jones up to the 45, the 50. Now the Lincoln 45 on the sideline to the 30, 25, 20. He's gone. 10-5. Touchdown. Derek Jones did some fancy footwork back here after he got the football, and he was wide open for the run.
Some good blocking. There were Lincoln Raider players right in the vicinity, but again, if you're not aggressive, if you're not attacking the ball carrier, the man who's moving is going to win that fight every time. And Springfield High, good blocking, good hard running. Another touchdown. So I said, you don't want to have to get it back to this team once again right before halftime.
If you need a quick hairdo, stop by Headline Salon LLC. Visit Brett, Liz, Jenna, and Danielle at 123 South Sangamon in historic downtown Lincoln. Phone 217-651-8310 with walk-ins welcome at 123 South Sangamon.
They're lined up to kick a field goal, but they don't have anyone to hold the ball, so they're standing there watching the play clock run down. The kicker was back to kick the ball, and there was no holder. They were in field goal formation. They were getting ready for the PAT, but no one was there to take the snap and put the finger on top of the ball for the kicker to kick. It was comical.
Matt Servino, you're right, it was comical. He's standing there. Come on, man, get somebody out here for me.
Collision Concepts, one of our sponsors for Lincoln Football 2015. They're located at 1005 Macon, next to Culver's in Lincoln, Logan County's premier collision facility. Wishing the best of luck to this 2015 Railer team. Go Railers! They got the holder now. Looks like they're ready to try this PAT.
That's the quarterback, Shear. And Matt Servino will attempt the field goal. Here's the boot. Soccer style kick. It's through the uprights, and the Senators score again. So that's going to make the score Senators 34, Railers 0 with 34.3 seconds left in the half. We'll be back after this. Ben Yount, Lloyd Kirby, Paula Kodak for helping us bring you the broadcast tonight, and of course all our fine sponsors. Matt Servino just kicked the field goal, and now he's going to kick it away to the Rail Splitters. Back deep are Pudnight and Linares. Ball's going to come down to Linares at the 3-yard line. He's quickly up to the 15-yard line, to the 20, and then he's tripped up at the 22-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Railers with 28 seconds left in the first half.
Frustration starting to show here on the field. Scott Lesson getting a little of a post-whistle pushing and shoving match. This is going to be a frustrating halftime. I don't expect Coach Bass to have many good things to say about this, how this team's played here in the first part of this game.
Rail Splitters may get a couple of plays off here to end the half. We'll see how it goes. Ball spotted at the 22-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Railers. Senators have jumped off to a big lead, 34-0. And out of the shotgun, and Lincoln's just going to take a knee. They didn't even run the play. So the Railers now starting to walk off the field, but there's, well, yeah, that's going to be it.
That should be all they need. They learned from the last drive that they didn't want to punt it away. They passed a couple of times on the previous drive, stopped the clock, had to punt, and it was the 66-yard punt return that sort of was the pin to the balloon of any momentum that Lincoln may have had. Now they're headed off to the locker room down 34 points.
So the score here at halftime is Senators 34 and Lincoln 0. We'll keep it right here and run some of our sponsors. It's the halftime show brought to you by Grau Incorporated, located at 1905 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln since 1953. Phone 735 4-4, and that's where they had the show today with in the cheap seats right out there with Mr. Grau, and telling you all about the great service there at Grau Incorporated. They're our halftime sponsor, and this halftime not going to be a happy one down in the Lincoln locker room.
No, this is not at all the game that Coach Bass said he wanted to see. The offense just not able to move. The rough stats that I have, completely unofficial, shows we ran the ball probably twice as much as we passed. Andrew Yount with about 10-12 carries, Garrett Isles with another 6-7-8 carries of his own, but the yardage just isn't there. We've thrown the ball 7 times, but the yardage again, not there. The big pass coming